Yo, Joe!
Hello everybody and welcome to another figure review. Today, as you can see, we're going to take a close look at the classified low light. Now, if you want a little bit of information on low light, here you guys go. Something interesting about this guy, I'm not sure if it says here, was afraid of the dark. There we go. Timid with animals and shy of loud noises until one precarious hunting expedition with his father. Low light somehow lost his way in the impenetrable darkness. He was found 3 weeks later with his flashlight, 22 rifle, and a grin from ear to ear. 10 years later, he was instructor at the Army Marksmanship program in Fort Benning and a self-taught expert on image intensification. The Joes like to have low light along for the ride. They know that if something gets really hairy, and that's bound to happen sooner or later, all they have to do is wait until dark. It doesn't matter what field of fire the bad guys control, the night belongs to low light. So a little bit something else with low light. Apparently he has nightmares during his sleeps, and therefore he wouldn't sleep as much. As we'll see with the figure, the classified did a good job of nodding to that detail by really showing him very tired eyes. So yeah, that's a little additional information for low light there. He is one of our favorite, me and my brother included, one of our favorite characters. He just simply looks awesome. We'll push back the vintage one. He'll sit from afar, and I'm already opening it. I did check to make sure it was in there. I did order from Walmart, so it's kind of tricky to know what you're gonna get when ordering from Amazon, Walmart, and Target, because you can return product to those stores, and sometimes they'll ship out something that has been repackaged with a different, product that you didn't necessarily buy. So, you essentially get ripped off. But yeah, we have G.I.Joe low light there at the bottom, the star there, the logo. We have his portrait, very nice looking portrait with the red backdrop. I like that. We do have low light in a sort of forest situation here with his accessories, and then people pointed out the troopers over here. I know for a fact these are the Valkyries. People are saying this is a new kind of trooper, perhaps a night trooper or something like that they were calling it. G.I.Joe classified there at the top. Again, that amazing portrait there at the side and number 86 in the line. I always do feel like I'm getting these things late, but here we do have low light. But yeah, another one I'm worried about is Grunt. He just shipped out from Amazon, and he took forever to ship. I'm not sure why the reason is, but he finally shipped, and I hope it's, again, the actual product and not, some ripoff. We have 86 there. The logo, number 86, almost looks like 96, but no. Low light there. Just to check the accessories as well, make sure we're getting what we're supposed to get. And yeah, it doesn't seem like it was opened, and everything is falling out, and it seems we do have everything. He is tied up with these other plastic ties, so I'll cut away and cut him off screen, and then we'll take a closer look at his accessories and then the figure. Here is that black and white portrait in case you guys want to see that. Very lovely. And on to the accessories. Now, in terms of accessories, we do get a fair amount, and oh boy, the sniper itself is already pre-packaged In the sniper case here, you see the bipod fill out, so that's part of the sniper you can attach and start, building up or putting together. Oops, so we don't want to lose that. But we'll focus on the accessories that come outside of the case for now. We have this sort of small SMG, sort of just in case he's in a pickle, he's close range. He can whip this out and start shooting some cobras. Yep, there's a bullet sculpted there, so this magazine should just go in as such, or is it the other way? Alright, seems it was the other way. So there you go. That's how that looks. A nice little grip molded in black. Very convenient for low light. We get a new knife. We haven't seen this one with the silver blade there. Nice texturing on the handle as well. You can see some of those screws there. Very nice detailing there. And then we do get his goggles here with that big bright red paint there. Very cool. Would have been cool to see some similar effect with that we saw with Snow Job's goggles, but this works for me as well. And then we do have, I believe people are calling this a range finder. I'm not too sure, or a spotter or something. I'm not too sure. It is a sort of device. You have the keypad there, or I think I remember now. I think it was a wind detector. You do have a fan there, so maybe it rotates and tells them how strong the wind is, so he can adjust to the wind and then take his shot. We do get a brand new back piece here. We have not seen this one before. In the flat, very dark gray color. Would have been nice to see some painted buckles and stuff, but it's nicely sculpted and some texturing there. It looks great. I can't complain. Nice back piece. And then I obviously showed off the bipod here. And then we do have the sniper itself. Now I wish I hadn't cut my nails before this, but there is some indentations where you can go in there and hopefully be able to take them out as such. So there we go. Very nice briefcase. There are some minor details in there, pouches and whatnot. Even the outside is sculpted with different details going all around. And then you can see where it kind of looks like a zipper. It's meant to zip up in some way. You do have a handle here which he can carry in his hand, and of course the peg which you can peg on the back of him. Very nice storage there. I assume, I don't know if you can peg this onto, I don't see anything remotely. That doesn't work. Or maybe the back piece. Okay, so that's how that's gonna work. The back piece goes into the briefcase and then everything attaches to his back. Very interesting. Would have been cool if this would attach to the side of the back piece like that, but I don't know. I'm not the designer, so I can't really speak for them. And then we do have the sniper here, a closer look. Very lovely sculpt. I personally love it. A lot of people don't like it. It would have been cool to have gotten something similar to this, which in a way we kind of did, but as you can see, the scope is much larger on the vintage one, whereas this one, it is definitely smaller, and there isn't any indication of which way it should go. I believe that's right, isn't it? I don't know, some people complain about that, but yeah, big scope at the end, at this end, small scope on this end. That's how I picture sniper rifles. We do have removable mag, very tiny. Put that back if I can. There you go, clips on there. Or does it go this way? I'm not sure. I'll keep it this way just because that's I mean, there's no specific key to it, so I assume you can choose either or. And then you have your barrel here and suppressor. I should go in. That's very tight fit and a very thin. Oh god, I'm only bending it. There we go, it goes in. That's a bit scary, be careful, very flimsy plastic Hasbro's using, so, it may bend a little bit, but it looks pretty straight for me, at least so far. A little bit of warpage. And then finally we do have the bipod, so this should just clip in there and it should be functional, and it is a very tight fit, so it's not gonna fall off. And yeah, that is the sniper assembled. Looks pretty neat in my opinion. The submachine gun, the tracker there, the knife, his goggles, sniper case, and back piece. So good amount of accessories. Let's look at low light. Now low light here is looking pretty cool. Now going back to his head sculpt and what I was mentioning to you guys about him having nightmares and not being able to sleep, you can see how this guy has not slept whatsoever. He's got some baggy, very dark under bags. Yeah, you can see this guy has had enough, or not enough sleep. So yeah, very nice. I like the sculpt of the beanie there. Looks very cool. I don't know if it's a beanie, that's just what I'm gonna call it. Head sculpt is amazing. You can see his blonde hair, the grenades there, like the vintage one. This sort of red shoulder pad, which I assume is sort of a cushion for his shoulder when he's firing his sniper. Nice belt there with some silver paint, some more silver paint for that buckle there. And this one, a pouch over here, pouch on this side. You do have this added gear here. This is to store the tracker thing. Move that up a bit. There you go. And then you do have a sheath for the knife on this side. And I believe these are all new mold. New boots, new legs. Yeah, because we haven't gotten, legs with zippers just on them like that. Very reminiscent of the vintage one. So yeah, I will be doing a comparison in a separate video for that. You do have this more padding on the forearms. Very cool. I'm happy with the way it looks. Some more buckles here at the back. I'm happy how this guy turned out. You have a clip there. Couldn't be any happier or ask for anything more. I think Hasbro nailed it with this guy. Articulation wise, he can look up, down. He does have great pivoting there. His arms go out about that much. He does have great butterfly joints. The bicep swivel. We get double jointed arms, which go in very well. We have a vertical hinge on this side, pretty tight, just trying to move it there. This one is a horizontal, so side to side, until we can get that vertical hinge work. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, so vertical hinge. You do get the ball joint at the waist there, some ab crunch and ab crunch back, and then all forward like that. Pretty good range. Can kick pretty good. Oh god, upper thigh cut is kind of tight on mine, but they do rotate, as you can see there. Tight knees. Man, these classified figures recently have had super tight knees. I'm not sure why. But double jointed, they bend about that much. You do get the boot swivel there, back, forward, and ankle pivot. So yeah, good range of motion with this guy. I have seen some people modify the head, or at least the neck piece here, by sort of cutting the indent here, sort of like what Marvel Legends did with Spider-Man, so he can look up further. I may do that just to get him in some better sort of prone sniper positions. But yeah, I'm happy with this guy. I know some people wanted the actual vest to be sort of an overlay piece. I don't know, they could have done that, but I think I prefer this over that. I'm not too sure on that. But yeah, I will say for now, I do prefer this rather than having an overlay. You know, I like my articulation to be there and available for posing. But yeah, that being said, let's look at his storage. We do have his knife, and this shoots sheath in. Over here, it's kind of a tight fit, kind of struggles to get in there, and it doesn't go in all the way. You can see some of the silver there, and then you get the storage for the tracker here, or whatever you want to call it. Goes in very nicely, and then obviously you can display them with the goggles on. That you may need to stretch them out a bit, which I'm not a big fan of stretching things when it comes to action figures, because it needs to go over this ledge of the beanie there. But once you get it on there, I guess it's on there. So mine's not centered well. Okay, well, you can probably do it this way, where you put it on his eyes first and then proceed to wrap it around his head. So yeah, I think that may be the best way of doing this. I know I'm not showing it on camera, but there you go. That just completes the look. Looking pretty good. And then obviously we do have back piece here, or I should say we have the sniper case. Goes onto his back, and then we have the back piece. So yeah, I think that's a bit much for his back. And then we do have storage on the back piece itself for the SMG. But yeah, I think this is a bit much for my liking. So we're gonna take that off, put the back piece on only as such with the SMG on it, and then we can have him carry his sniper case. Come on, hold it correctly. There we go. And then we'll make him hold his rifle over here. That scope is really loose. It really does like to fall off. Let's see. Let's try this again. Some people are saying it goes this way, but I don't see it. Okay. Yeah, the scope may be a bit wonky. It tends to fall off whenever it wants to. But yeah, there we go. Low light all geared up. He looks fantastic, and we'll move on to our final thoughts. So, low light here, very good looking figure, and I'm slowly losing my voice here. But yeah, good looking figure. Here we have him next to the vintage counterpart, just to compare. Yeah, I'm happy with it overall. I will say the attachments for the sniper could be better. Again, they're using that very what would you call it, not loose, but that very pliable plastic for the accessories, and I'm not a big fan of it. You know, you saw me struggle to put the suppressor on the barrel there, and it did kind of bend it a little, which is unfortunate, but Yeah, I wish the connection for the scope into the rifle was a bit better as well. It tends to just fall out on its own, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, I'm overall still happy with him. He looks great. It's just, it's about time the Joe team got their sniper, and I'm happy we finally got him. Um, but yeah, that will do it for this review. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in a future video.